Welcome back to W.P.M with Max, aka Wolf Pussy Monologues podcast. Get ready for some shit and shenanigans from the CEO of the Unicorn Division, our leader of the Wolfden Pack, the maniac behind the mic, the one and only Max. Broadcasting internationally from our lovely private studio in the city of Los Angeles. We thank each of our listeners around the globe for joining the shit show, and we sincerely hope you'll enjoy today's episode.
Hey, yo, what up, what it is? How you feeling, how you living? Where the hell y'all been? Welcome to another episode of W.P.M with Max. I'm your host, Max. So glad you can join me on the mic one more time with all my Wolfpack friends. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're feeling all right, or irie, as they say. So, as we continue with this janky June series, we gonna talk about some of the same stuff we've been talking about. Today I wanted to discuss, fuck you mean 400 years? You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be honest with you. What the fuck is you talking about? You hear that phrase so often, and it's like, well, when you do the math ain't math. So let's talk about the last 400 fucking years, since we want to declare 400 years of fuckery. You know, dig what I'm talking about? So look, check this out. You know how I be snooping and reading and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so look. Boom. We officially on record, just on record, because we know it was a lot longer than this. On record, there were 246 years of slavery, right? Between 1619 and 1865. Okay? Now, 1 + 1 is 2 all day long. We in 2025 still. You know what I'm saying? So that's ABC 406 years, right? So in 2018, what they do in 2018? They did this 400 years of African American History Commission Act. That's what they did. And that was signed into law January 8, 2018 to coordinate the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the first enslaved Africans in the English colonies, right? Yeah, this is what we commemorating. Okay? First of all, motherfucker, why does African American history seem to auto start right at 1619? Like it just wasn't any type of progression or, livelihood or lack of slavery before 1619. Like we just woke up and said, boom, 1619, we're slaves. I just can't understand why the history is written that way. Can you? Now they say, and by they I mean them, say the phrase 400 years of slavery often refers to the period beginning with the arrival of the first enslaved English colonies, marking the start of the institution of slavery that will become, the United States later, and ending, so they say, with the amendment in 1860 fizzle, right? Look, I'm not a rocket scientist, nothing like that. But am I wrong here? Because did slavery ever end, or did it just change suits? You dig what I'm saying? Like, back to what I was saying about how African Americans seems to don't have no type of fucking history beyond slavery. You understand me? Let me figure out where is it in my notes here. I see here. Here it is in my notes. Look, check this out. So, boom. I see that we're just kind of blacking out the part of the history books where the Africans really first arrived in America, you know what I'm saying, in the late 16th century, not as fucking slaves, but as explorers together with Spanish and Portuguese explorers. Okay? One of the best known of these African conquistadors, yeah, bet you never thought you'd hear that word again beyond fucking 8th grade fucking history, was Estancicio, who traveled through the southeast from present-day Florida to Texas. You understand what I'm talking about? Huh, huh. So how the hell did that person, you know what I'm saying, how was they able to be born all the way up to adulthood, grow up, and become an explorer? You can't just be that without any type of education and shit. Huh. What the fuck? Again, 400 years, really? I think forever? Years? Yeah. Yeah, let's break down. Let's break it down. 1619, right? A Dutch ship brought 20 enslaved Africans to Virginia, marking that first pivotal point when somebody said, hey, we can just go steal some motherfuckers. You go do this shit for us. Mm-hmm. That's basically what they said. So that, you know what I'm saying, began the institution of slavery where people were, of course, seen as property and lasted over 200 years, as we see and we know. You know, then here comes the amendment to the Constitution. Like, oh, hell no, this shit's too much in 1865. However, it's this other timeline that I was looking at. I just want to share it with you. So 1619 to 1865, the 246 years of slavery, right? You got that. Then we got 99 years of Jim Crow shit. Okay, that's 1865 to 1964. Anybody in the room born in 19 something? Okay, yeah. Okay, listen. Now, 86 years of lynching after slavery from 1882. Now, mind you, slavery is supposed to end when? When, ladies and gentlemen? 1865. So, motherfuckers still getting hung, swung and shit. 1882 to 1986. 1980 motherfucking 6. God damn it, I was born in 19 motherfucking 80. You understand what I'm saying? This shit ain't that far away from, you know what I'm saying, our regular scheduled programming, if you will. Okay? Then, from 1954 to 1968, you know what I'm saying, you got the 14 years of the civil rights fight. And I would say from 1619, I guess the beginning of niggerdom. Yeah, the beginning. Let's go all the beginnings to now police brutality. So that's just not going to stop. Interesting. That is a very interesting fucking fact. I'm trying to understand why the fuck motherfuckers think it's okay to be like, oh, it's 400 years of motherfucking slavery and this and that. It's 400 years of fuckery. And that's what the fuck it is. It's 400 because if you think about it, a lot of motherfuckers got left the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Of other cultures that were enslaved, a lot of them motherfuckers got left the fuck alone. Ain't nobody fucking with them. But you know, you got your African Americans and shit, and every chance a motherfucker get, oh no, you can't have that law. You can't have that benefit. Oh no, you can't make the same amount of money as, oh no, all that bullshit. Right? So I say all this shit to say slavery, how can I say this? Motherfuckers always want to say that, oh, slavery was a long time ago. You should get over it. It wasn't you or your family. It was before you and before. And it's unfortunate. And, you know, the whole rhetoric, yada, yada, yada. In actuality, they just stopped lynching motherfuckers in my lifetime. And that's just in plain view lynching. We ain't talking about the little mysterious motherfucking people that mysteriously get found in trees and mysteriously get found rolled up in rugs and stuffed in a fucking pipe or some fuck shit like that just because they were fucking picking daisies on the side of a fucking road because, you know, or playing a damn basketball game or, you know, God forbid they're good at what they do and they're fucking black or brown. So now you gotta die. Seems like that's been the whole ball game since black was fucking known to be black. Way back in the gap. Mm, mm, mm. Cold game. Cold game. I mean, they say people have been free for 160 some odd years. But if you think about it, that means that most people are only 2, maybe 3 generations away from fucking slavery. Motherfucker, that is not a long time ago. Okay? So be mindful when you say stupid shit like, oh, slavery was so long ago. You need to get over it. No, bitch, it wasn't. I want to recircle back to a statement I made regarding, is slavery really over? Has it ever ended? Because, the way I look at this shit, you know what I'm saying? When you work yourself from youth to death for another person slash entity slash corporation that is not your own, okay, for them to profit while you take home not even 1% of their profit, whether you in the fields or the office, feel real plantation like to me. You know how they, I don't want to compare being whipped with within an inch of your life to having punishment at work. But if you ever worked in one of those soul sucking, gut wrenching fucking jobs that they know they ain't shit and you know they ain't shit, but y'all still just doing a do, right? And they make you, they belittle you. They look at your medical paperwork like it's trash, like your toddler did it. They try to decipher your shit like they're fucking doctors. You understand what I'm saying? You ever been through some shit like that? It make you feel like somebody is beating the shit out of you. It drains you so fucking much. And then on top of that, you're already fucking physically hurt from putting in so much time, so much effort with said job. Okay. Yeah, they didn't get paid in slavery. They didn't. But at least this form of slavery, there's an incentive to stay. And that's why so many people live and die at their goddamn job. And cold thing is, I've seen jobs make sure they get a motherfucker off the clock once they hit that flow. I'll bullshit you not. And that's another goddamn thing I just thought about. All that pain and suffering, all that death, all that murder, all that mayhem, all that shit, rape and all that shit, you're going to give them a day to commemorate the pain and suffering that was went through during that time for the people. But you won't give them no motherfucking money though, right? Did you know that there's an International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery? Did you know that? Did you know that? It's March 25th. Is that on your calendar? It's not on fucking mine. Yeah. Yeah, all the rest of that shit on the goddamn calendar. That ain't on the goddamn calendar. I gotta research, find that type of shit. What's that about? Yeah. Shit just pisses you off. Pisses you right on off, man. 400 fucking years. And the shit ain't getting no better. That's fucked up. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at here, look at here. Janky motherfucker June. That's what we doing. That's what it is. But look. We gon' end June on a lighter note. You know what I'm saying? I just had to I just wanted to share my thoughts about this 400 years of fuckery. I just, it's a motherfucker when you sit back and think about it and then start researching shit. It's like, man, and motherfuckers wonder why I don't watch certain movies and shit, because that shit piss you off. But we gonna get on out the whoop then. You know what I'm saying? Because, we got to get on out of here. Chubbs is acting a motherfucking fool. So, we got to go tend to the boy. Please tune in next week when we get a little lighter in our Janky June series. And we talk about those bathroom break chronicles. I know you got them and we gonna talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay safe, stay out the way, stay out them streets. As always, love, peace, and hair grease. Wolf pussy. Not in, but out.